And we're live.
Hey,
Hey, everybody.
how's it going?
How's everybody doing tonight? We are on our fourth official live stream. How cool is that?
That's very cool. Making progress.
We are. We are. Had a good day?
Oh, yeah. Very good day today. Just another work from home day. Just working remote and dealing with the challenges there, but things are going really well. Still being really productive. So
It's good.
Going really well.
Well, it's good. It's good that you're able to work because so many people are not able to work right now because of the quarantine. And Jeff is working and Adam's working. Our other third of the Hitchhiking Bones, he's still able to work, and so we're thankful for that. And just quarantining and trying to do our part to flatten this curve and get out of the house and be done with this coronavirus thing as quick as we can. So keep a positive attitude. I'm doing a lot of housework, started some projects, doing a little scrapbooking that I've been thinking about doing for years and years, and had, I've got the scrapbooks, I've got the pictures, just hadn't started it. Some of it's Disney. Well, most of it's Disney. So I've got a lot of, stuff, good stuff to do to stay busy.
This is a perfect time to tackle all those side projects that you're thinking, if I just had time, then I could get to it.
Right.
Well, you've got all the time in the world now.
We have time. We've got nothing but time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm trying to get outside, sit out in the yard a little bit and listen to the birds and drink coffee in the mornings and walk around, the circle a little bit, and still social distancing, but trying to get out. And it's, don't stay in the house all day, folks, and watch the news. It's not good for your mental health. Turn off the news, get out, get on live streams with some of our great Disney YouTubers like we're doing tonight. Stay connected. Call your kids. FaceTime and video chat, with people, and stay connected. That's the way we're going to get through this, is staying connected. Thank God for the internet.
Absolutely, especially during this time.
Yeah. So, well, I absolutely love. You're goofy. You're goofy. Flip on your hat. That is so great.
I've had this thing for a very long time, and it has. I've got a little lamp. It's a golden snitch lamp from Harry Potter that I've had for years, since I was in high school, and that bad boy traveled with me for 4.5 years up to college, and then it's made its way to our apartment once Julie and I got married, and now to our house. And so I decided to break it out because today is a special day for all goofs out there.
Really?
It is the 25th anniversary of the release of a Goofy movie.
Oh, 25 years? Are you serious?
Crazy.
Oh my gosh, how is that possible?
Yeah. So, I felt it was appropriate to wear the power line.
The power line t-shirt. You got the whole
standout tour and Goofy on the hat here.
That is great. That is too great.
And Walt Disney World cap also. So
there you go.
Just pop it off. So
just got the gear, all the gear. Hashtag all the gear.
I came prepared for this stream, and also I believe we're going to drop a link into the comments.
Okay.
I have this Max Goof. I don't know if I can get it angled right here without it getting a glare, but it is a Max Goof Funko Pop, and this is a chase version, which means they were harder to come by. And Max is actually holding his skateboard from Goof Troop, the TV show. So feel free to look that up.
Let me drop that into the comments.
A picture of it.
I'm going to drop that into the comments. So yeah, there's
But
that link to that Goofy Funko. Cool.
as much as I love Goofy and all things Goof, I felt it was appropriate to come prepared to this stream with my Powerline shirt and the Funko Pop and this magnet version of Goofy that has followed me for years now and has managed to hang on the whole way with those little magnets.
Yeah, well, there's more backstory with you and Goofy too. You want to talk about that for a little bit?
We'll hold that content.
Okay.
It's worth its own. It's worth its own video.
That's probably true. Well, that's true. It may actually be. And I decided to go patriotic tonight. Got my Americana, Mickey Americana spirit jersey on and my ears. And I love these. I'm always attracted to Mickey Americana stuff. I have Mickey Americana lanyards. I've got buttons. I've got pins. I'm always attracted to it. Walt loved this country, and as is evidenced by so many of the things in the parks that have to do with our country and illustrate his love for our country. So I'm always attracted to Mickey Americana things. So, yeah.
That's a good look. I've always liked that spirit jersey, and those ears are really cute too.
Yeah, I like them. They know that all of us girls love bling. So they've added several years ago, they started adding the sequins, I think with the rose gold ears, maybe that got so popular. It just like sold out and they couldn't make them fast enough, and they may have added bling before then, but of course there goes my nose itching. But that was some of the first that I remember when the whole ear was sparkly. So we love our sparkle. Disney news. We're going to talk a little bit about Disney news, and then what we can all do since we're at home. We're not able to get into the parks. A lot of people, I'm seeing all my peeps on Instagram, especially, and in our Disney YouTubers chat saying, I had to cancel my trip. I'm not going to be able to go. Some of them have rescheduled. Some of them have had to cancel altogether because they have the trip scheduled, but now they're not working, so they don't have the money. So that's really sad, and I hate that. But let's just try to get through it. Disney actually furloughed a lot of their workers just here recently, and the news is kind of making that out to be a bad thing. It's not all a bad thing, because that means that those workers are very easy to recall when they do open back up. Obviously, they're going to open back up. They're going to need a full, it's going to be all hands on deck when they open that park.
Yeah.
And if since they furloughed the CMs, the cast members, they can get unemployment. They can get the the government assistance that is coming to most workers, most households. So actually, that is a good thing. Disney's is really trying to take care of their cast members, which they do. They really do, and the majority of cast members will say that. You have always have your naysayers and people who criticize and what have you, but Disney really does try to take care of its cast members. So that's what they're doing right now.
Yeah, speaking of cast members, I know personally, so one of the kids that was in the Disney's college program currently, and they got sent home, and so my heart really goes out to all of them, especially those that have come from overseas to experience that. So I'm hoping they get another shot at that down the road, that they're able to get that experience, because those that I know personally who have done it have absolutely loved it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's
said the experience was invaluable.
Yeah, fantastic, once in a lifetime opportunity, actually, to qualify for that program. And it's so many. I was actually watching a Disney live stream when the college kids found out that they were being sent home, and it was tough. It was really hard. There was one of the YouTubers that I watched was live streaming in the park, and the announcement was made, and it was really hard on those kids. Yeah. And it was just, but we're gonna get through it.
Yeah,
we're gonna get past all this. Just doing what we're doing. I believe New York announced today that they are seeing. They're cautiously optimistic. They're not seeing an increase in cases, and deaths. So maybe we keep doing what we're doing and get back on track as soon as we can. But yeah. So and the parks, all of the parks are closed now until further notice. So, and we hope it's sooner rather than later that we're missing those parks.
Yeah, no, you didn't mention me earlier. The CEO, the new CEO of Disney, and some of the executives are taking a pay cut right now. I wonder if that might be deferred till later. I'm not going to speculate on that, but we'll see. Also, there was a big land purchase that you had mentioned to me too. A lot of land. Did you get the exact number on acreage?
235 acres, I believe. And yeah, so it was a sizable amount. It is
substantial.
It's west of the Magic Kingdom, and I'm really excited about this because that that means probably new construction.
Yeah.
And there has been some speculation. The one there's been several people that I've heard speculate about what if they have something in mind already for that land. The one that most excites me is a possible Pixar pier, like they have at Disneyland. I think that would be so cool.
Honestly, there's so many fun ideas that you could throw out there with that. They come up with a new Incredibles dark ride style ride would be amazing. Especially with what we've seen the trend be
definitely
with those types of rides recently and how they've really stepped up their game.
Yeah.
That would be incredible.
It would.
And
it would.
Also too, to see Cars Land from Disney California Adventure would be really neat too. If you could just pick that up and move it right over into its own, but it'd be part of its own park. To just take a carving.
Cars Land would be so unique. For any of you who are watching who have not been to Disneyland and been to Cars Land in California Adventure Park, it is you think, well, okay, Cars Land, okay, it's probably no, it's not just okay. It is really amazing. It's fun, it's immersive. It's the attention to detail with the theming is incredible. It is great. It's Cars Land is really they do special decorations for the holidays. It's more than you would think it is. It really is. It's fantastic.
There's so much they could do if they wanted to open a new park, just kind of start fresh. There's so much they could do. There have been rumors of a villains park, and
yes,
so
possibilities
are endless.
Yeah, the villains park. Have you heard any other speculations on that?
I haven't seen anything yet.
I haven't either. The Pixar Pier one really stands out with me, and the villains park. I don't know. I think it would go. I mean, it's funny because there was a point at which we kind of turned a curve. Before the villains weren't represented at all in the parks. Because it was always about the heroes, and that's just understandable. but there was a year there. We were headed to the parking lot, and one of the parking areas was Maleficent. And it was one of the first times that I thought Maleficent, well, Maleficent's a bad guy, you know.
Mm.
And but that was the first time that I remember.
It had to have been around the time that they redid their parking.
Yeah.
Because they kind of moved to heroes and villains style of sections of parking there at the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
So it had to be whenever they changed that up. You know, I couldn't give you a year on that.
It was in the 90s. It was sometime, I think it was sometime in the 90s. And but yeah, that was the first time that I remember it clicking, you know, in my brain. I thought, well, that Maleficent's a bad guy. So that's kind of a, you know, a little turn there, but it has been fun. It has been fun because without the villains, there are no stories. So and so it's and Disney has such great villains too. So it could be. I mean, you know, it could be a villain's part, right?
Mm-hmm.
Could be a villain's part. Yeah. Then and I checked. I do have Disney stock, and it is up.
Nice. It's good. Personally invested.
We are personally invested, and you know, for those of us who have IRAs and 401ks and you know and all that stuff, it's we want to see the economy, you know, pick up as soon as possible. But,
absolutely. Do you want to do the teaser for next week? Did we jump over that?
Oh, I think we did. Yeah, I think we did actually. We have some special guests coming for next week. And they are very, drum roll. They are very special guests because they're Blake and Blake O'Neill and her daughter Brinkley, and they are going to come on. Their family. Blake is my niece, and Brinkley's my great niece. They're Williams cousins, and they're going to come on and talk about they're crazy Disney people like we are in the family. It's like William and me and the O'Neills. I don't know, you know, to Tasha.
Yeah, there's some others you could definitely loop in.
There's some others, you know, in our family that you could definitely pick, but we are the ones that immediately, you know, come to mind. And so they're going to come on. They recently took a birthday trip for Bethany Blake and had a blast. It was their first time to Galaxy's Edge, and it was their first time to stay, I think, at Art of Animation. And so we're going to talk a little bit. We're going to talk about their impressions of the park and, you know, things that they enjoy doing. They're kind of pros like we are, you know, get some tips and tricks from them. And so we're really looking forward to having them on next week.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too.
It's been a while since I've talked to them, so looking forward to talking to them on the stream. You know, most of the time when I talk to them, it's over, you know, text or Facebook message or, you know, Facebook posts. And so I'm looking forward to talking to them.
It will be. It'll be a lot of fun to talk about that with them. And it may be a 3-hour stream, but guess we can't talk for a while.
Can't wait. Yeah, can't wait.
So looking forward to that. I'm glad you mentioned that. We meant to mention that at the top. But anyway, yeah. Well, and we're, you know, everybody's at home. We're all, you know, we might as well find some good stuff to do. You know, and we may be pros at doing Disney in the parks, but how do you do Disney at home? Now, for people like us who love Disney and, you know, we find ways to do Disney. I mean, even when there's not a virus and we're not in quarantine, but there's some really good stuff. You know, people have gotten real creative about what they're doing, things that they're doing, finding things to do while you're in quarantine to keep your mind off things and kind of stay positive. And there are a lot of things that we can do from home on that score. There are, I've seen on Instagram, lots of, the social media platforms, there are celebrities who are reading Disney books.
Yeah. I think it's really sweet of them to do that.
Well, it's for people who are taking advantage of that. I saw John Stamos read one that was just great. This is on Disney Parks blog. Guys, Disney Parks blog is the official blog of Disney, and they have a website, and they're on all social media as Disney Parks blog. And John Stamos was on the other night reading, what was the name of the book?
It was A Kiss Goodnight.
A Kiss Goodnight.
It was excellent also.
Yeah. Oh, it was,
definitely
I have to
like
order
that one because I'm thinking about ordering as well.
I'm absolutely, yeah.
I'd love to read that to Wyatt.
Oh yeah, I'm absolutely gonna have to order that one. Let me drop a link in the chat for everybody on that one.
And he read it from the confines of not only his home, but one of the Dumbo cars inside of his home.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So John Stamos is.
We only think we're crazy Disney people. Yeah. However, if I could have one of the cars from the Dumbo ride in my house, I would be sitting in it right now.
I would. And they auction stuff like that all the time. Those big Disney auctions they have. They auctioned not long ago. They auctioned an old car from Space Mountain, one of the ride vehicles from Space Mountain.
That's cool.
But the Dumbo would be, because it's shaped like Dumbo, but it was cool. But yeah, that book was, it really made me tear up because it was kind of vintage. It was vintage Walt. It was talking about why there's a kiss goodnight.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if there may be.
What is the kiss goodnight for those that don't know what that is?
Well, you tell them about it, William.
I open it up for you to do it.
Okay, well, the kiss goodnight. If you have never done the kiss goodnight, please put this on your list, because the kiss goodnight happens every evening in Disney World. Sometimes they do it a couple of times. You have to be in the parks pretty close to them closing, and by that I mean like running you out of the Emporium and everybody's all the way out of the park, because they'll let you hang around. Like if Magic Kingdom closes at, say, 10 o'clock at night, then you have basically an hour to mill around in the Emporium and ease your way out and mess around and what have you. So the Kiss Goodnight happens. Usually they do it twice, and the castle lights up and the announcer comes on and says, we hope you've enjoyed your day at Disney World. And, it's just a really uplifting goodbye to park guests who are still there. And people hang around, to see that, because it's so cool. And then, look, you can go on YouTube and search for A Kiss Goodnight. So if you've never done that, all means do it, and that was all Walt. That was, Walt was a detail person, and he was always about taking care of the guests. And after, families had been in the park all day long, he wanted a special way to thank them for coming.
Yeah.
And to say goodbye. And he called it The Kiss Goodnight. So that's where this book.
It's definitely wonderful. If you've been around, stayed in the park long enough to be able to see that there at the castle, it truly is wonderful.
It is. It really is. We've got John Stamos is reading a book called A Kiss Goodnight. There are other, I believe Julie Andrews
Yeah, you'd mentioned Josh Gad also.
Josh Gad is also
Voice of Olaf, for those unfamiliar. Also Gaston in the live action, or not Gaston, LeFou in the live action version of Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, he is. So those are really neat, and I enjoy those.
Yeah,
so much. There are games that you can play. For those of you who have the Disneyland and the Walt Disney World apps installed on your phones, there are right now, of course, there are no wait times to look at because the park is closed, but they are offering some really cool Disney games in there, Disney trivia games. Lots of fun. Take a look. Open your app.
I need to check that out too. The main Disney game that I play is Disney Emoji Blitz, which I should probably talk about that at some point on the channel, because I put a substantial amount of time into earning characters and leveling them up in the game. So I'm a bit of a Disney Emoji Blitz buff.
Well, I would be interested in more of a step by step. Now, I play Emoji Blitz, but I don't play it enough really to understand all the pieces and what I'm doing. So that'd be neat. And it's a good game.
There's several others out there. If you just wanted to go check out the Play Store for whatever phone provider, whatever version of a phone you own, whether it's an Android or an Apple phone, you can go check out the Play Store. There's all sorts of Disney apps out there for games that you can play. Yeah,
absolutely. And those are a lot of fun. You can even, like, if you have Google or Alexa, you can also you can also ask for Mickey trivia, Disney games, and they have several games on that you can do. I have I have board games. I have, interestingly enough, about a year and a half ago, I found a Disney cupcake game, and I've for the grandkids, especially my granddaughters, it's a Disney princess cupcake game, and basically each princess has her own cupcake, and the cupcakes are like the game pieces, and they're in sections. Like you've got frosting and cake, and base, and a topper. And so the game is to assemble your princess's cupcake. And
that's really neat. I wonder who thought of that.
I don't know, but my girls love it. My granddaughters love it. So yeah, so that's a neat one. Monopoly. There's a Disney Monopoly, kind of pricey, which is probably why we don't have it yet. But
yeah. There's several others. We've got a Lion King game. We played that Toy Story game growing up, that old Toy Story game. I'm sure that's probably in the closet there at the house.
Uno? Was it Uno?
No, we did have Toy Story Uno, but we also had a Toy Story board game. And you had,
okay, it's got to be here.
You worked your way around the board until you got to the end, and I think you had to fling the characters. There was a little a little catapult thing, cool. And you turn the character sideways, and you would try to, once you made it all the way around the board, and try to fling them into Andy's toy box.
Oh, I think I do remember that. Oh, we got to find that.
It was great. Definitely need to pick that one up.
And that one, I mean, we bought that one obviously
years ago.
Toy Story came out. So that's I will have to definitely take a look, because I mean,
we've got several others also, but that was one of my favorites growing up.
Yeah. Oh, that's we definitely got to find that one for sure. Yeah. So there are all kinds of games that you can do.
We've got Disney, I think, Code Names, and then Disney Princess Candyland, and then trying to think of some other ones. We've got a Zootopia one that's pretty neat. You kind of solve the case. It's kind of neat. Cute little game. I'm trying to think of some other ones.
That's great.
Got a Lion King game that's we kind of learned how to play it. We've played it once or twice now, But we've also have that Lion King game. We've got some other ones too, but lots of options out there for Disney board games or card games. Oh, we have one called I think it's called Villainous. Also, where you pick a bad guy or you pick a villain. I think it's. Let me look that up real quick. Villainous. Yeah. And so you pick a bad guy, and you're trying to accomplish. You're working your way through the game, and you're trying to accomplish your, I guess, dastardly plan.
Okay.
So I think the game comes with 3 or 4 characters, but there are expansion packs. I guess they sold enough copies of that game to where they've since produced expansion packs. So that's another neat one that we've played.
Yeah. Now we also have a special edition Star Wars Monopoly game too that is really impressive. That's a really neat one. We don't play it a whole lot because we don't want to wear out pieces and stuff. It's still pretty much in good shape, but yeah, that's a really neat one.
Yeah, we've got a. I think for Christmas this past year, one of the gifts that I gave to Jared was the Star Wars Monopoly, and that was a lot of fun. I think I'm undefeated in that, so I have to keep my streak up the next time we play.
Absolutely, There's just lots of neat board games, puzzles.
Yeah,
a lot of really good Disney puzzles too.
Yeah, there's some fantastic ones out there.
That you get Lego sets. Oh wow, amazing Lego sets! If you're a Lego person, check out all the Disney Lego sets. Friend of ours, Josh at Practically Perfect Park Hopping, just ordered the castle. So he has a lot of sets. He has several really.
I would love that.
Yeah, the castle. And the other one that I want is the train station.
Yes,
I would love. And one of these days, I'm going to break down. It's kind of a big, kind of a large investment, though. So you kind of think, okay, but yeah, so tons of stuff like that to do. And back in the in the online arena. The Dapper Dans. Did you say the Dapper Dans are singing on?
Yes, wonderful. They're also taking requests, are they not?
They are.
Yes. I love that.
You can find them on Disney Parks blog. Again, you can find them on Disney Parks blog, and just search for them. And they're singing, but they're all in their houses, so they're like singing on. They may be using Zoom or Skype or whatever, but it is so cool. And it's I shared one of their songs the other day, I think, on my Facebook page, and so I totally love the Dapper Dans. I've always loved them. Of course, my favorite song that they do is probably Grinning Ghosts, which is appropriate, but I absolutely love them. So but so they are so that's a really fun one. Look up the Dapper Dans.
Another one that you had just brought up to me, which I didn't know about, is a guy by the name of Yeehaw Bob Jackson. Tell us more about him.
Okay, yeah, Yeehaw Bob is.
I'm unfamiliar with him, so this is new for me also.
Okay, and we have never been to see Yeehaw Bob, and I found out from watching some of our great Disney YouTubers about Yeehaw Bob. A couple of weeks maybe before Disney shut down or closed, Resort TV 1 did a live stream of Yeehaw Bob. Yeehaw Bob is the entertainment at Port Orleans Resort Riverside, and he's at the River Roost Lounge. Yeehaw Bob is a Disney Legend cast member, which means that he wears a blue, his cast member badge is blue. Anytime you see a cast member with a blue badge, they have been awarded that Disney Legacy Award for just basically representing. It's voted on by other cast members and
Wow.
Disney personnel. It's a huge deal, and it's for cast members who just embody the Disney spirit and who engage guests. They're basically just stars among all the cast members. And so look for that. If you say, watch for cast members that have a blue tag, because and usually I think it says legacy, but that's what that is.
That's too cool.
So Yeehaw Bob, and I'll also drop a link for his name is Bob Jackson, and he does have a separate YouTube page that you can go to. But he performs, he plays the piano, and he performs for like an hour and a half. It's really an incredible show. We have to go the next time we're there and see him. And he's funny. And it's so funny because he got like down to the last part of the show, and he sung all these fantastic, songs from Disney history and, the classic cartoons and all this. And he does, and he plays the opening notes to Let It Go, which obviously elicits a response from the patrons and the guests in the room. He says, "Oh no, we've sung all these other ones. We're singing Let It Go," and he still launches into Let It Go. Just stuff like that. It's fantastic. His energy is incredible. Love Yeehaw Bob. So that's got to go. Let me see. I'll drop a link to his
I'm gonna have to give him a watch because that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, we just need to go. Order some food. Like I said, the show is like an hour and a half. So, and I think we can do $80 for that. I think we can do a reservation. So.
Neat.
We have to do that because it is worth your time.
Looking forward to checking it out.
Yeah.
You're a resident.
Okay. I think on that one. Did I drop a link? Let's see. Did I drop a link for that already? Let me look.
I haven't seen
just the Disney part.
I see part of the link.
Let me grab it and give him a follow. He is incredible. He's just the coolest guy.
Speaking of giving a follow, go check out some of the Disney YouTubers. Mom is definitely the expert on that, but some of the channels that she suggests checking out, I've watched some Resort TV One. That's probably the one that I've watched the most. Just just so much fun to be able to watch. Them walk through the park and experience different rides, and that's a great bunch. I really do enjoy watching their content, and they all seem like such sweet people. I know you've had the pleasure of meeting Josh and Jenna and some of the other members of their family and friends, and so, and you concur with they are who they are on stream. They are, and I love that. It's so important to be genuine, to be honest. I think it's one of the best things you can be, and that I really do enjoy their content. But some of the others that I know that you've mentioned over time to me are Corey's World and Paging Mr. Morrow, the WDW couple, Practically Perfect Park Hopping. Yeah. Try saying that 5 times fast. Yeah. And the Lynn Project
for short.
Yeah. And Dole Whip Dad.
Yeah.
And you've also mentioned, his name escapes me. Max Glick. What is?
Oh, Mr. Cheesy Pop.
Yes.
He lives in California, so he does Disneyland. But he has been streaming at Disney parks for a long time. He was one of the very first to stream Disney parks from on YouTube. So Mr. Cheesy Pop. He's Maxwell Glick. He's a voice actor and an actor in California, and he also has a considerable following on YouTube as Mr. Cheesy Pop. So good guy, a lot of fun. And the Lynn Project, Lynn kind of started her channel maybe a little over a year ago, I think, and she the first thing she did was she just put up a review of one of the resorts, and I can't remember, trying to remember which one it was, but she just decided, hey, I'll do a resort review since I'm here. And it just kind of took off, and she thought, I really like doing this. And so she's really a good live streamer and blogger. So yeah, so check out, those Disney YouTubers. If you really miss the park, go to Resort TV One, go to, Corey's World, Page and Mr. Morrow, and find those live streams. Do a search and find those live streams of, whatever park you want to see. And odds are there's a, whatever length you want. Do you want to see Happily Ever After? Do you want to see, the fireworks? Do you whatever it is you want to see? Do you want to see the Boo to You parade from Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party? They're all there. But I will give you a tip. Resort TV One is probably going to be your highest quality, because Josh and Jenna really pay attention to the quality. So he even has done some 360. 360. He streams in 4K when he can. So the quality is going to be exceptional.
Yeah. Moving on, thinking of more content. Disney Plus just dropped one of their newest, or I guess the newest Disney nature show called Elephant, which is narrated by Meghan Markle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
I am looking forward to seeing that one. I have not watched it yet.
Yeah.
I am hung up on the Clone Wars, which I keep mentioning, but
it's a good one to be. It's a good one to be hung up on. Yeah.
So I'm really hung up on the Clone Wars, and so I haven't gotten to watch. I haven't seen Onward yet either.
Yeah. I loved it. You've got to watch it, and we can talk about it next week, or maybe the week after. That way we don't get carried away next week. But absolutely loved it.
Okay.
I'm not going to give away anything, so just watch it. I told my little brother that he needs to watch it. I'll probably tell Steven that he needs to watch it also. But definitely worth your time. I thoroughly enjoyed it, especially if you're a fan of kind of sci-fi-esque, kind of medieval Dungeons and Dragons kind of content. It'll be right up your alley.
Okay. And it has, two of our favorites from the Marvel universe, Chris Pratt and
Tom Holland.
So are the main two who provide the voices for the main two characters. So that's exciting. And I'm excited about that. I promise I will watch it this week. We will talk about it next week. Hopefully Blake and Brinkley have seen it. I'm sure they have. They have.
Oh, I can guarantee it.
We'll have to talk
I think they've been wearing a groove of Disney Plus just like we have.
Yeah, I think they have. I think they have been. So
I think I've already, the short time that I've had Disney Plus, I got it whenever it came out. But in the short time that I've had it, I've got my 3-year subscription wearing it already. No question.
Well,
just
I think
the past, just the past couple of weeks.
Well, I've been either, like if I'm, doing, like office work, or whatever, or washing dishes or whatever I'm doing in the house, I will just put, just bring up Cinderella or Sleeping Beauty or Peter Pan and just let them play, in the background. And so I've really enjoyed Disney Plus too.
Yeah.
It's been awesome.
Another way to keep the magic alive at home is to learn how to draw characters.
Haven't done this yet.
I haven't done it yet either. I have done tutorials before to draw characters at home, watching that on YouTube. Also, too, in the Disney California Adventure Park, there is an animation academy, and they have put out a schedule each day, and you can go and learn how to draw characters from. You can learn how to draw these characters from an animator. Really neat opportunity. I don't consider myself artistically gifted, even a little bit, but by them showing you and following their steps, you can do a pretty good job of drawing the characters. You can at least make out who it is.
Cool.
So
Yeah.
I'll have to do a little show and tell at some point to show
Oh,
off
that would be cool.
some of the characters. I've got to track them down, but it's also one of the few free souvenirs that you can get in the parks. So
Okay, yeah.
definitely worth your time, especially just to pick it up, because I think honestly, if I had to right now, I could probably still draw Pluto from having learned how to draw him
Oh, right.
in the Animation Academy.
Oh, neat. Well, okay.
But once you kind of figure out, where to start and kind of get those basic shapes going, it really starts to fall into place over time. And then, you can always erase, if you're drawing with a pencil, you can always erase those lines that you don't like and continue on. But really neat. You've got a link that you could share out for that as well to do that. The specific link is for Mickey, but if you scroll down, there's other characters. There's Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas, Daisy Duck, Genie, Tinkerbell, Buzz Lightyear, all sorts of characters that you can learn how to draw by watching these videos. So give that a look. Like I said, I don't even consider myself even a smidgen gifted at drawing or animation. But by following the steps, you can do a pretty good job.
Yeah.
And what I've heard from most people that can draw really well is it's just practice. It's just like most everything is. The more you practice at something, the better you get. So,
so that's a good.
Yeah,
that'd be a fun one.
Yeah,
that'd be a fun one. Is Winnie the Pooh in there?
Yes, he's one of them.
Okay, I would love to.
On the link that you had posted, if you scroll down, he is probably 3/4 of the way through the list.
Okay.
You scroll down on that website.
Okay. Now I dropped that link in the chat, so you guys can go check that out if you want to. It's cool. That'll be on my list too. I'm trying to stay on a schedule. Do a little work. But
whistle while you work.
Pardon? Exactly. And but I'm doing my best to kind of stay on a schedule and try to stay busy. So, but there does come a point when, the whistle rings and hi ho, it's home from work I go.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm off the clock. So, and I do, try to do.
That's important. What you're seeing is we're at home all the time. You've got to still maintain that kind of work-life balance.
Yeah.
Get done those chores, and if you're working from home for a business or company, to be able to get that work done and then kind of unplug just a little bit. It's tempting when you have your computer at home to just I'll just log in, check these emails real quick. Make sure to take some time to just kind of breathe a little bit and do something you enjoy. Whether it's watch a TV or a movie or whatever it is that you enjoy.
Absolutely.
Take time to do that also.
Yeah. I listen to, we were talking about that, the other thing that I do, if if I don't have a movie, sometimes I'll just turn off the TV, and listen to a Disney music. There are stations, that are devoted to a Disney music on, Alexa, on Google, Pandora, Spotify. So you can, and there are channels that if you want like classic Disney music, if you want music from the parks, if you want movie, music, they have different
tons of options out there.
And you can find exactly what you want on one of those mediums. So try that too, because it's really uplifting. Especially I find that even when I'm working at my desk or whatever, it really kind of moves me along and lifts my spirits if I have music that I enjoy playing in the background, even if it's just soft. And so it just kind of moves you along. Whistle while you work, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess. So, yeah.
And another thing you can do. Yeah.
A long time ago.
Yeah. Another thing you could do is, I know you've mentioned you've picked up some scrapbooks or gotten started on some scrapbooks, for the parks too. that you've been meaning to get to for a long time. Finally get to those. Also, looking at old pictures, or maybe even making videos of pictures from previous trips.
Mm-hmm.
Checking those out. It's a lot of fun just to kind of take a trip down memory lane, because you've not only changed, but the park has changed as well. And also by looking at those old pictures, you can remember fond memories and just kind of recapture that magic mentally.
Right.
And take yourself back in time to whenever you're in the parks too.
Yeah, on our Instagram page, I recently posted a picture of the Hitchhiking Bones in front of Spaceship Earth when it still had the wand.
Mm-hmm.
You guys remember the wand?
That was really neat.
It was, and it said Epcot at the top. And if you want to see that, just check out the Hitchhiking Bones Instagram page. But yeah, at one point, and if you're, depending on your age, you may not remember the wand.
Yep.
So it's really, it was neat. It was neat. Or, and the other thing that's gone is the hat, Mickey's hat icon that
Hollywood
used to
Studios.
be for Hollywood Studios.
Yep.
Now it's the Chinese theater, of course, but there used to be a giant Mickey Fantasia hat there. So
I do miss it.
I do too. I love the hat.
It was a lot of fun.
A lot of people didn't like it. I mean, it got mixed reviews, but I always loved it. I really
did too.
I always loved the hat. So, look those up, put pictures of that up too, because it was pretty cool. There was a pin shop under the hat. Is that what's there? Yeah.
There were some other assorted, hats and lanyards, but I think
Souvenir.
it's primarily pins. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And it was, but you could find, I found pins under that hat that I didn't find other places. So.
Yeah. I want to say that, there, for whatever reason, there for the longest period of time, there was not much of a presence in the parks for Phineas and Ferb merchandise. And I want to say that's where you found the Phineas and Ferb
you're right.
pin.
The only one they had made up to that. They had one.
Yeah.
And we always felt like they missed out on a great merchandising opportunity, Phineas and Ferb, because it was such a great cartoon. And Adam, who is notorious for always picking the best hats that attract attention, you bought him the Perry the Platypus hat.
He had to have it.
Everybody was just, stopping him and saying, where'd you get the hat? We couldn't, and we had not bought it in the park. You had bought it for him outside the park, and everybody, and so everybody's like, man, I'm gonna have to go, get one, because it had a Perry the Platypus or Perry. Phineas and Ferb has a huge following.
Yeah, it does.
So yeah, I think you can still meet Phineas and Ferb. Can you still do Phineas and Ferb meet and greet?
I think so.
They're not. I think they're still there.
I hope so.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too. Yeah. So yeah, those are some things that you can do. That just some things that we've thought of that you can do to keep that Disney magic alive. We've got maybe 8 minutes to an hour, but just try to do those things that we're always talking about that we need more time for, and we don't have time for, like the scrapbooking and getting your old pictures put in photo albums, or pulled together into a video for your family that you could surprise your family with. There are online, there are all kinds of online options for pulling all those into calendars and books to be bound. I think Shutterfly has an option for binding all that stuff. Really cool. So we've got some really neat options. If you don't physically scrapbook, then you can scrapbook via Shutterfly, or one of the services that offers that. Upload your photos, they turn them into a book for you, which is really cool.
Very cool. Great keepsake.
So we're just about finished here. I did want to mention that on our YouTube channel, I did a cooking collaboration with several great Disney YouTubers. All kind of got together and we did a recipe. We all did recipes, and we're using ingredients, items that you may already have in your pantry because we can't always go to the grocery store right now. And I did chicken Alfredo. It's easy, very easy. And so check that out.
Looked delicious, by the way. It made me hungry by the time you got to the end.
It was. And it's easy to make. It's very easy to make. So that was a good one using, like I said, I keep pasta. I mean, I usually have pasta and chicken and cheese. I mean, those are the main ingredients in that. And because pasta cooks so fast, when you're coming from work and you're on two wheels to get dinner on the table, it's a good option. So check that out on our channel. It's the hashtag, if you want to check for all of the YouTubers who took part in that, is hashtag quarantine pantry raid party. And check that out. Yeah, some of our YouTubers accidentally said quarantine panty raid.
Oh,
not panty raid. Yes, Magic and the Mouse, I'm looking at you.
Oh, me.
It's quarantine pantry.
Had to know it was going to happen to somebody.
I had to know. It happened to a couple of our ladies. We just all laughed, but the recipes are really good. So check that out.
Yours looked wonderful. Need to check out the others as well.
Thanks. Yeah. And that was fun. And just a little heads up here. I may, since I had so much fun with that one, I think I'm going to do Ohana bread pudding.
Ooh.
I'm going to do Ohana bread pudding.
Oh, my.
The recipe is I've got the recipe for it. It's very doable. So I'm going to do that. That's going to be coming, fairly soon, I think. Yeah. So watch for that.
Neat. Looking forward to that.
Do Ohana bread pudding. Yeah. So because it's legend. Yeah. It's just legend. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing that one next.
Awesome. Yeah, just a reminder, next week, gonna have Blake and her daughter Brinkley on to talk about their love of Disney and their most recent trip to the park, checking out Galaxy's Edge, and talk about who knows what we'll get into, but just looking forward to it. So
absolutely.
Definitely look forward to look ahead towards tuning into that. Looking forward to talking with them. Everybody stay safe, wash your hands, check on family members who are older that need help, check on your neighbors, stay connected on social media, and spread some positivity. There's lots of negativity out there. So definitely try to do your best to spread some positivity. And remember to always have courage and be kind.
Absolutely. And we are probably going to start going live every Tuesday night at 9:00. We're going to see how that time slot works. So mark your calendars. I generally post up the live chat, at least a day or two before Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. And if we, get a spare minute, we may just do some pop-up, just some quick pop-up lives too, if we can. There's so many great people in the Disney YouTube community. So if there's generally somebody live streaming. So if you want to get in on a good live stream, we, named some of the Disney YouTubers who do live streams earlier. Check some of those out. And it's just a lot of fun. And this is a great community. There's some really great people. Most all are family friendly. All the ones that we named are family friendly, and so they're good. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, guys. If you enjoyed this, we appreciate you. If you're watching on the replay, give us a like and a subscribe and a comment.
Yeah.
Leave us a comment about things that you would like to see us maybe do on live
Absolutely.
Chat.
That would be a lot of fun.
On live chat, if you've got a suggestion for something that you want to hear about, or a topic that you want covered, or, if you have a question about Disney, if we don't know the answer, we can probably find the answer.
Yep.
So if you have a question or a suggestion, by all means, leave a comment or drop us an email or a card. We have a PO box. We've got our email address is the hitchhikingbones@gmail.com. So by all means, drop us a line. And
check us out. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. So check us out.
We've enjoyed it. Thanks so much for tuning in. And
thanks, everyone.
Thanks. Thank you. We really appreciate it.
And hurry back. Bye, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Bye, y'all.